Hey folks, the real estate numbers took a big hit this month. How much did they fall and what does it mean for your home value? I'll tell you what I think. My name is Tony Crabtree with Crabtree Homes and Eggs Realty, Bob Lehman Associates, and this is the Rutherford County Market Update for the month of May 2020. Hey, no doubt, COVID-19 sure has changed a lot of things. So 2 stories I wanted to share with you. The first one is sort of humorous. I helped some friends close on their first home this past week, which was a very routine process, except for the fact that all title companies in Tennessee have actually been ordered to not allow customers inside. So we essentially did the whole thing curbside in the car, where they actually signed all of the homeowner paperwork inside their vehicle. I guess it's kind of like everything else right now, where even the deed to a home is available for delivery or carry out. But thank you. Hey, but hopefully all that's changing soon, and I'm sure it will be. I wanted to share another story, though, about a home we listed recently in the neighborhood of Stratford Hall. I think it really shows what happened in the market this past month. The home was well priced, and it was in immaculate condition. However, we went the whole first week and had heard very little interest. Fortunately, the sellers were very patient, because that next week we immediately had 2 showings and 2 offers, one of which was a great offer which the seller accepted. This is just a great snapshot of our local market here in Murfreesboro, and here's why. Most people would think that it would be immensely tougher to sell a house in this climate, and that house values are set to decrease. Well, we're seeing a different scenario. This is still a very sought-after community here in Murfreesboro. There are still tons of people looking to buy a home here. Now, in April, were they jumping immediately to get off their couch and go visit a stranger's home? Well, no, but what were they doing that whole month long? They were sitting on their couch, thumbing through Zillow and Realtor.com on their phone. And you know it's true, because that's exactly what you've been doing too, right? I know I'm right. In fact, these websites report a 50% increase in user behavior above what even a normal April would be like, which is crazy. And actually, now that some of the frenzy of COVID-19 is wearing people down, what we're seeing is all the buyers and sellers are starting to come out all at once to do the transaction that they would have pursued a month ago. All that to say, the housing market here in Murfreesboro is continuing to surge and move forward, and you actually should have all the confidence in the world if you're the type of person who's thinking about buying or selling right now. Think about it this way. Go back to your old high school economics class and the laws of supply and demand. The demand for housing in Murfreesboro is still really high, and the supply or inventory of homes is still really low. And then you factor in historically low interest rates. I think I've heard of someone getting a 2.9% rate the other day on a refinance. You factor all that in and you have a recipe for steady, continued home appreciation. So without me rambling on any longer, here are the numbers on our market. What I chose to do last time, which is what I've done this time now, we're actually going to compare last month's activity to exactly 1 year before, because if we want to know what normal activity would be like in the month of April without this whole existence of the coronavirus thing, that's what we got to do. So typically April is a very high listing season. Last year we had 957 listings go on the market, 672 homes went under contract, and then we had 540 closings. Now those are strong numbers last year, and now you can take a guess, folks. How would you think these numbers will be this year? Did they go down by a little, or actually a whole lot? Let's find out. Okay, so new listings this past month during the height of the coronavirus pandemic were down at 824 new listings. That's a decrease of 14%. A very significant number. We were also down on contracts with only 608, that's down 9.5%, and on closings with 474, it's down 12%. Now, this should have been expected, but I'd be willing to think that the world at large, with the fearful headlines and all, probably would have thought it actually would be much worse than that. And I'll tell you something too, if you're worried about home values, here's something that should ease your mind a little bit. One thing that I track is the current inventory or supply of homes available in a particular market. And ideally, you'd like for the inventory number to be around 4 to 6 months supply. Anything less than that means that there are way more buyers for a market than there are sellers. And remember what I said about that whole supply versus demand thing. Well, Rutherford County single-family homes have been hovering around 3.5 months supply for a while now, which creates an obvious seller's market. Well, when we went into the month of April, that number went down to 2.9 months supply. That's a strong drop. Well, that number went down even lower today as we head into May with only 2.1 months supply. Now, I would predict that the change will happen quickly with more people listing their homes soon, but home values are going to stay up. They aren't really going to drop a whole lot because the current demand remains high compared to that current supply level. Hey, I hope this information was helpful in some way. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send me an email or just leave them in the comments below. And do me a favor also, and like this comment if you can, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. That would also help me out a whole lot. Again, hey, I'm Tony Crabtree. Hey, we'll talk to you soon.